Hi there, James Stig here, licensed home inspector and owner of a local home inspection company. I'm here to present to you a public message, kind of a warning about some risk, about a going trend that's been going on. This going trend's been pushed by realtors in a lot of different areas. It's starting to happen here, but not so much. But for you buyers out there, this is kind of a little bit of information for you, and as well for those realtors that have thought about this or are actually pushing this. So I want you to realize that some of the liability or risk that your clients are taking upon themselves by taking your bad advice or poorly educated advice. So what is this trend that I'm talking about? It's actually been happening in a lot of areas. It's a going trend that helps sells the house. It's called skipping the home inspection. All right, nope, I don't want to do it. So here's my offer. Take my offer because I'm going to buy your house without a home inspection. Who does that benefit? It actually only benefits one party, and that's the selling party. By law, they have to actually disclose everything that's wrong with the house. If they don't know about it, ignorance is bliss, out of sight, out of mind. Guess what? They don't have to tell you about it. So when you have a home inspection, here's what happens. You end up finding out what's wrong with the house. You can take that information, you and your realtor, you'll actually go through and say, hey, I'll buy this house under these conditions. I want these items fixed, or I want money back. Another plus about having a home inspection, depending on your contract, is you might be able to walk away and get your deposit back, your earnest money, I think it's called earnest money, because of some major findings that we might find. 90% of the homes that I inspect, the sellers are not aware of actually some major concerns. I'm not talking about broken light switches or burnout light bulbs. I'm talking about termite infestations, fire hazards, foundation issues, roof leaks. Believe it or not, there's a lot that people are not aware of. That's why you get a licensed home inspector to come out and perform those. Now let's talk about saving money. How much money are you really saving? Actually, it's costing you money if you don't get the home inspection. Dollar for dollar, what my fees are. Now, in my area, it's going to be different than like the East Coast. So I will say my average home inspection fee or rate's probably around $350, $375, somewhere around there. And that's usually like a 1,500 square foot home. Okay, that $300, $375 price range, dollar for dollar, what you get in return is dollar for $10, dollar for $100 bill. A lot of my inspections will disclose things that could cost minimum $10, $30,000 to have repaired. Once that has been disclosed to the seller, if you walk, they have to tell the next buyer. So guess what? That gives you a little bit of an advantage point when it comes to negotiations, because you already made an offer. I want this house, but the roof leaks or there's a foundation issue. I want it taken care of. You take care of it, I'll buy it, or give me money off the loan, or give me money towards that to be able to get that fixed once we close. That the ball's in their part. But if you walk away, the next buyer comes in, they have to disclose that. So now let me give you a real life situation here. Okay, I had a client. Reason why this discussion is being brought to you is about a week ago or so, I had a client come out to me and actually told me that the realtor, they encouraged the home inspection, but before they did that, they said, oh, are you going to skip the home inspection? That's what everybody's been doing now. He's like, that's stupid. Apparently he's had experience on how much money he can save by this. Let's imagine if you had the wheels going on and you decided to skip the home inspection. Okay, beautiful home, by the way, beautiful work, completely remodeled, gutted, new electrical, all new appliances, new HVAC system, kitchen's been redone, the bathroom's been done, new roof, new water heater, new furnace. Guess what? This would give you the false sense of security that this might be the one to skip. Okay, here's what happened. I go out and I'm going to go from small to big. Small windows, they did not caulk around the windows. Maybe it's an oversight, maybe they're going to come back into it, I don't know, but there's a 3/4 inch gap. If that's not sealed, you're going to get water in it. With water intrusion that gets in between the walls, you're going to get mold, moisture, rot. If you're severely allergic, guess what? This is going to really affect your allergies. If this goes on and you don't discover it, what's going to happen is you're going to have to rip that wall off to expose it, because the next home inspector is not going to see it, but they might see the water stains and the damage. They may even get moisture readings, but they're going to have to rip that wall out. They're going to have to pull that insulation out. You may have to cut out studs, the seal plate, replace all that. That's going to cost thousands of dollars being neglected. Let's move to the next spot. So I go electrical panel. Like I said, it was like a 1950s home. They updated the electrical, new electrical panel. Everything read out perfect when I was checking. But when I go to electrical panel, they had an off-brand circuit breaker that didn't match the breaker panel. Now let me back up for those that might be electricians. Yes, different brands will work with different electrical panels. This one happened to be one of those that state it's compatible but not recommended. It was arcing. Okay, so when you have arcing, you're at a risk of a fire, simply put. So here we are. It started out with, okay, mold, mildew, bad allergies, thousands of dollars if it's not fixed right away, to now we're looking at the potential of a house fire. Okay, so let's go move on. If that's not severe, let's go to something else. New HVAC system, gas furnace place. This is awesome because it has a warranty. Okay, usually they have like 10-year warranties, so no concern here, right? Or shouldn't be. But I go down there, furnace, no what's called combustible air. Home inspectors do not determine the amount of combustible air, which is bringing fresh air in, because fire has to have oxygen to breathe, to be able to burn. If it doesn't, and if it's suffocating, it gives off a byproduct known as carbon monoxide. For those that aren't aware, that's called the silent killer. The silent killer is odorless, colorless, tasteless gas. Side effects include like having the flu, headache, feeling nauseated, really sleepy, tired. Long-term exposures can cause drastic health damage, if not death, and high levels will cause death. Okay, so let's back up. Allergies, number one. Mold, mildew, cost you lots of money. 2, potential structure fire. 3, death. Do you want to skip the home inspection? What is the value of your life compared to what you're going to make? Plus, you pay $300, $350, $400. Most of my inspections, the repairs, and I'm not talking about stupid broken light switches and burnout light bulbs. I'm talking foundation issues, broken trusses, floors that are sloping, that have problems with, their foundation. $30,000, $50,000, $60,000 in repairs that you didn't have to pay for. But guess what? You forgo the home inspection, you buy the house, those problems are yours. You go to sell the house, the problems are still going to exist. And better yet, worse yet, is if you think about it, the longer you sit on a problem, the worse it gets. You ever have a car that the brakes are squeaking and you decide to ignore it? $35 brake pads is all it costs to fix it. But if you leave it alone, it's going to not cost you $800 in parts. Think about it. Same applies with homes. So ask yourself, do you want to skip the home inspection? So until next time, check out some of my other videos, but I wanted to bring this to you. And for you realtors that are pushing this, think about it. You're putting those people's lives at risk because these problems go on. I've done a house that was filling up with gas. You would think, what's the likelihood of that? Especially when the guy works for the gas company. Okay? It happens. Not all homes are perfect. They're all going to have problems. But home inspectors can find very large issues that could be life concerning. So do yourself a favor and not skip the home inspection. Till next time, catch me later. Thanks. Bye.